Zoinks!
Near the back of the house, between the salon and the kitchen, is a funny little utility room with a half door and a mini staircase that leads up into an attic. But you want to know where that little door goes, don't you? Well, it's our little wine cellar that sits just below ground. Here's some footage that we took when we were visiting with the realtor, when there was still stuff in it. It's vaulted, has a dirt floor, and the previous owners were nice enough to leave us the wine rack. Needs a little clearing, cleaning, some nice fresh gravel on the floor maybe. Maybe some cool brick or tile. Who knows? Okay, back to the attic we go. We notice that the space, which sits over the newer part of the house, shows what is very likely the rear of the original townhouse, but it's not clear what's going on here. There's clearly an old lintel and doorway that's half covered, as you can see, and the carpentry on those old timbers looks pretty old. One of our viewers mentioned that it looks 18th century probably, and I agree. The insulation and plumbing that you see leads to a part of the house that has a 1950s bathroom, which we're in the process of planning to renovate. I'm super thankful that we actually have easy access to the plumbing, which is not often the case in old buildings like this.
Wait, don't leave me in here alone.
After considering the age of this part of the house and that we're standing in a utility room that was clearly built in the 20th century, I realized that the cellar was probably originally outside and that this door was an exterior door. You can see that it had an old sturdy lock on the door and vents to allow for airflow. All of that's been removed or blocked up, but look at those chisel marks on the lock cutout. And inside the hole where the lock used to be are two wadded up pieces of newspaper. Let's get them out and see what secrets they can tell us. Terrain, or as we would say, terrain, is the greater region around the larger city of Tours. It's about 25 kilometers away. So this must be about the local news of that area. Let's see. Friday, February 8th, 1955. Amboise, well, that's our town. And this must be the local newspaper then. The previous family who owned this house has graciously offered to pay us a visit this summer and tell us some of the history of the place. Apparently, they actually know the entire history of the place, which is exciting. We can't wait to learn more and share it with y'all.